What are we going to talk about?
How fat we are.
Before we start.
We're going to talk about how fat we've gotten and what our plans are. And how we most likely will fail. Ugh. It's so bad. Like, my head is double the size of your head. Look at it. It's just a circle. We weren't fat, okay? We were overweight.
Either
and now
way.
we are
Obese. Needing to lose weight.
Yes, we both really have gotten...
New year, too fat.
Yeah. So as you can see as I sit here, just what the hell? Hey guys, today I am here with my husband Zack, if you don't know him, and we are here finally to do the weight loss video. I know! It has been like 16 years since we said we were gonna do it. We wanted to bring you guys all the information that you guys wanna know on our weight loss, which I am so excited to say. I have lost about a little over 38 pounds, so close to 40, and he is at
42.
Woohoo! Yeah, baby. And it's just been a little over 3 months that we've been doing this lifestyle. We want to talk to you guys all about it. So, number one, first thing that we want to talk about is when you decide to do any sort of lifestyle, diet, change in your eating pattern or anything like that, you're going to want to do a bunch of research. You want to make sure that anything you guys are doing is going to be healthy and that you are not going to harm your body and that you're going into it with the absolute most information that you possibly can, because the more information you have, the more of an informed decision that you can make. And for me, that was key. So we were listening to a bunch of audiobooks and podcasts, and we were watching documentaries and a ton of stuff that would help us in feeling like we knew the most about what we were going to do. Cool enough, this video is actually sponsored by Audible. And if you don't know who Audible is, they are an audiobook site that you can sign up for, and there are a ton of different audiobooks you guys can choose from on there. The one that I want to recommend to you guys that we have been listening to is The Case Against Sugar by Gary Taubes.
Gary Taubes.
Taubes. Yeah. Taub. It is so informational, and that's what we really like, is that the book gives you the insight on sugar. So essentially what we have been taught our entire lives may not be true. It's nice just to listen to somebody else read a book to you. For some reason, anytime when I pick up a book, I'm immediately asleep. I don't know what it is. The second my eyes hit the page, I'm asleep. And this is really nice because I can stay really engaged when somebody else is reading something to me.
And stay busy too.
Driving to work.
Job or driving, yeah.
Number one, makes your drive go by really fast, but when I'm like cleaning the house or when I'm prepping to film a video, I love to just have something on in the background because not only am I getting a lot of tasks done, but I'm also learning at the same time. Audible was also kind enough to give you guys a 30-day free trial to test it out. You get a free audiobook in that trial, and if you guys want to sign up, the link will be in the description of this video, but it is audible.com/rawbeauty, so you guys can check it out. I hope you guys love it as much as I do, and thank you so much to Audible for sponsoring me in this video. And now I'm gonna call it a diet. I'm not gonna call it a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. I don't plan on stopping it at any point. But when I say diet, I'm not referring to doing a diet as in short-term eating plan to lose weight. I'm referring to it as like how a bunny, their diet is grass. My diet is keto. I don't want to have that be a negative word because I'm calling it like this is the human diet. This is what we are eating.
Ketogenic diet is the way we're eating.
So we are doing the ketogenic diet, and we are also combining it with something called intermittent fasting. We're going to explain what both are, and then we're going to go into our health and how things have changed for us. But we're going to start with what we are doing because we want you guys to not have to wait 16 years to find that out. Disclaimer, because we have to give a disclaimer because we are, on YouTube.
Because we are not doctors.
We are not scientists.
We We are just people on YouTube.
Yep, we're not nutritionists, and I can't tell you what to do or not to do with your body. That's your choice, and if you are going to think about starting a new sort of eating plan, I would talk to your doctor. When I went into this, I did go talk to my doctor. She actually is the reason I'm doing this lifestyle and diet right now, and it really worked. And so, disclaimers aside, I think you guys get what we're trying to say. This is what worked for us. And that's all we can tell you. All I can do is speak to what has worked for me, and he can speak to what has worked for him, and we can give you all the information, and then from there.
This is a diet that you can do if you're vegan or vegetarian. It's a little harder, but you can do it. That's our disclaimer for that. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you obviously have moral standpoints you stick by. That's great.
Fantastic. I actually think it's amazing.
That doesn't exclude you from this diet. That's all I'm going to say.
No arguing in the comments, please. We can keep this lighthearted and fun and also informative. I want this to be a place where in the comments we can all talk about things that have and haven't worked for us. If you've done this and it didn't work, what didn't work for you? And maybe there was something that you did that didn't work. And so this video may be long, but also we want to let you guys know everything. So before this,
when we were at our highest weight, what we were eating was
pure shit.
Yeah, we're eating a lot of fast food, a lot of refined sugars, and a lot of like processed food. And processed food, like people always say that don't eat processed food. We're eating a lot of like McDonald's.
I was always wanting more. I would get done eating and I'd be like, what else can I eat? And I would eat a giant bowl of mac and cheese and then be like, Pop-Tarts. My weight had gotten up to 199.7 pounds. Which for me, I am 5 feet tall, if you did not know. That was like category 2 in obesity, which it starts with 1. So I wasn't even on the lowest scale of obese. I was right in the middle there.
To the next level.
I wasn't morbidly obese, and you may not think that from seeing me, but I'm telling you it's the case. You had gotten up to
245 when I weighed myself at my heaviest, and
5'8".
Yeah. Whoa. 5'9". How dare you?
Okay, so I was 199.7. I am right now 162 pounds. He was 245, and now you are
203.
203. So yeah, little over 38 pounds lost for me, and 42 for him. So, yay!
There's no number for me.
Me too.
There's gonna be more of the way I feel and the way that clothes are fitting me and the way I look. I'm not gonna stress about a number.
If you wanna know what the ketogenic diet and what we can eat now, it might sound like, oh my God, these are all the things I can't eat. You should stop looking at what you can't eat and definitely look at what you can.
Yeah.
Never once have I felt deprived on this, and I love bread, okay? So
I love bread too.
I could eat bread every meal of every day. I could never eat anything but sourdough bread for the rest of my life and be fine. I don't feel deprived. I don't feel like I need sugar or like I need any sort of carbohydrates. It's just not there, because that actually goes completely away when you do this.
Yeah, when you're eating a high fat diet, fat is satiating. It really is. So like you get full with a lot less food. I've found anyway.
Same.
You stay full for a lot longer.
Yeah. Okay, the way that this goes for me is I do a thing called intermittent fasting. It also sounds pretty intimidating because you hear the word fasting, you think of not eating, and you think, oh, fuck that.
Intermittent fasting is very easy to do.
Very, like not hard at all. And there are a lot of different ways you can do it.
We'll link some stuff about intermittent fasting as well. You can do like a 12-hour fast all the way up to a 20-hour fast. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna eat within a time window. You might eat your first meal at noon and then stop eating at 4 o'clock, and that would be a 4-hour window and then a 20-hour fasting window. That's pretty intense for some people, but you can also just eat within an 8-hour window. So you can eat your first breakfast, let's say, at 10 in the morning, and then you'll have your last meal at 6 p.m. So that's not really intense for most people. Most people eat that way anyway.
And because you are eating in a small window, you're not eating less food. You're eating all of your day's worth of calories in that allotted time frame. So say you go and you figure out that you're supposed to be eating 2,000 calories per day. You're gonna eat 2,000 calories in your eating window. The way intermittent fasting works in a nutshell, without being a nutritionist or a scientist, when you eat, you spike insulin. It's just what happens. Your body needs to bring down your blood sugar, because when you eat, it raises your blood sugar, and your insulin brings down your blood sugar. And when insulin is present in your body, you are unable to burn fat. You know, I could explain to you here in my dumbass terms why I think it works, but I'm gonna sound dumb trying to explain what a scientist could say way better than me. I'm gonna put those links down below and I urge you to read them, but essentially what he said, you eat within a window and you eat your full amount of calories in that window. So say you choose to eat for 4 hours out of the day, you eat all of your calories for the day in that 4-hour window, and then the remaining time you can drink water, you can drink black coffee, you can drink tea, but you're not eating and you're giving your body a time to fast and rest and burn fat. There's a lot of scientific reasons why it does that, but it actually works.
It actually, we've seen that it works for us.
Massively. When I do intermittent fasting, I lose so much more weight. I feel, I'm not kidding when I say this, 1,000 times better. They even say with it, you can live longer. Live longer.
Look into it.
And don't just use what you've been told in the past that you need to eat, 6 to 8 small meals a day. Don't just use that because you've heard it as fact. Read why that's maybe not true. Where there's one argument, there's a counter argument, and I urge you to read about it because it's actually
It's made awesome. A lot of sense for us.
A lot of sense. When I started implementing ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting into my diet, weight literally cannot stay on my body. And I don't count calories. I don't do any of that. It just does. We started it on June 1st. We started doing keto, and we didn't start intermittent fasting for about a month after.
So I haven't been intermittent fasting.
He doesn't intermittent fast. I do because I feel really good when I intermittent fast. I have some stomach issues. If I eat really late at night, I wake up feeling like shit. So I tend not to like to eat late at night because for me, it just works that way. And you can do it what's best for your schedule and yourself. You don't even have to do it.
That's the thing. The 8-hour window pretty much could fit most people's lifestyle.
I eat a much smaller window than that. But
you could intermittent fast on just the weekends if you have like an intense work schedule or workout routine that you do during the week.
And that's what's so amazing about this is that the second I started doing keto, weight was falling off of me. I literally can't keep it on, and I do not count my calories. So initially when I first started, I was eating about 1,400 calories per day, and I was logging everything into MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal is an app that you go on and you can type in all of your different foods that you're eating. It's got pretty much every food in there. You can even create recipes in there.
You can create your own, like if it doesn't have a food, then you can type in the nutritional info yourself. It's a really helpful app.
So essentially when you're doing the keto diet, you want to track your macros. And when I heard about macros, everyone was talking about macros. I was like, what the hell?
If it fits your macros.
Yeah, what is a macro? I didn't know what a macro was. And so when people were like, track your macros, I'd be like, I don't know what that means. And it makes me want to.
Just words. It just sounds like words.
It's just words to me. Macros are fat, carbohydrate, and protein. And those are your macronutrients.
Yeah, those are the main macronutrients that your body needs.
Yeah, and there are ratios that you want to eat when you're doing the ketogenic diet. And so if you go to a website called ifitfitsyourmacros.com, IIFYM.com, which all this will be linked down below. Type in like your age, your weight, your goals, etc., and it will tell you what your macros should be each day.
Yeah, but calories and macros. If you're eating to your macros, then your calories will automatically be on point. So you don't have to worry about calories. You just worry about getting, let's say, 130 grams of protein. You just make sure you get that marker, and then you make sure you get however much fat, carbohydrates that your goal is, and make sure you hit that, and then your calories are just automatic.
When you're doing keto, because you are eating a low carbohydrate diet, you're not eating sugar, you're not eating bread, pasta, none of that, which sounds really limiting, but I'm telling you that it is not.
No.
There was never a time that we were doing this that I was like, I will die if I don't eat bread right now, because when you are eating this lifestyle, you don't crave it anymore because you don't eat it in your body. You switch over to becoming keto adapted after the first, I would say 5 to 7 days.
Yeah, it varies from person to person.
I feel like mine was 3 days. I started feeling like shit 3 days in. I started getting headaches and feeling nauseous.
A lot of people get something called the keto flu. There's things that you can do to prevent that, but
again, it's all linked below. Like you can drink broth or you can have lemon.
Yeah, keto can kind of flush out your water weight. Most diets that are low in sodium would do this exact same thing, flush out your water weight first, so you'll lose a bunch of weight in the first week. Keto kind of does a similar thing, but it's very easily remedied if you just drink some beef broth, or if you drink fresh lemon juice mixed with a little water. And
the thing is, I only felt crummy for 2 days, and then I started feeling amazing. So these are the plans we're doing. We're not going to get too much into how they work, etc., because if we start explaining explaining all the things like keto flu, this, that. I feel like these are multiple videos you can make, like, what is keto flu? What is this? I don't want to go too far into it because all of these questions are answered in threads on Reddit and in information. Like,
yeah, all the information's out there for you. We'll link a lot of it down below. Reddit has been a huge resource for us. The audiobooks, the podcasts, they've all helped immensely.
So essentially, you know that keto is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet. What does that even mean, though? You don't eat sugar. You don't eat things that turn into sugar in your body. You eat veggies and some animal proteins, and you can have some dairy. You have nuts. You can have oils, so like coconut oil, avocados, healthy fats.
Your main source of fuel on the ketogenic diet is going to be fat, so you're going to want to stick with healthy fats, coconut oil, avocado oil.
Avocados.
Nuts. Certain nuts are very, very good for you on the ketogenic diet.
And despite what we've been told, again, this is all the information below, but don't be afraid of fat if you're going to try this. We've been conditioned our whole lives to believe that low fat is the way to go. And I am telling you, my skin, my attitude, my life, my waistline, everything has gotten exponentially better since not being afraid of fat. I was afraid of it. I was like, low fat everything, and now I'm like, high fat everything. That's why a lot of people hear keto and they think, oh, the bacon diet. Okay, sure, whatever. You could probably do that and whatever.
You can
do
it, but is it the healthiest way? No, that's not the healthy. It is a way that some people, that's the way they can stick to it, and that's the way that they can lose weight, and that's fine. The recommendation from us would be to eat as many leafy green vegetables and as many like low carb vegetables. There will be a link down below that will tell you all the low carb vegetables that you can fit in. It's
really hard to overeat when you're on this lifestyle. Like, it's nearly impossible, honestly, because your body tells you, like, whereas you can eat like 6 bowls of pasta, I know I can eat so much macaroni and cheese that it's like coming out my ears. You can't do that with like Caesar salad. I mean, it's just not humanly possible.
Like mashed cauliflower, like you just can only eat so much of that before you're just stuffed.
You tend to eat less on this because you just are nutritionally satiated in a different way. It's not like you are needing 6 bowls of pasta, and when you eat carbs, all you want is more carbs. When I get done eating a bowl of mac and cheese, all I want is ice cream and a soda and an energy drink and it just is this cascading effect where now I get done eating and I'm like, we ate, 5 hours ago, and I still feel completely satiated from breakfast, and it just is. So like for me on a given day, so it really just depends on the day. I mean, like you can have eggs for breakfast or whatever. I'm weird with eggs. I think the texture is a little ugh. For me, I tend to skip breakfast because, again, intermittent fasting wise, breakfast isn't my meal of the day. I am eat a big ass lunch type of girl and then be kind of done for the day. Like, that's kind of what I do. I eat my majority of my calories, or if not all of them, right at like usually noon or 1, and then I'm kind of done. That kind of sustains me all evening, and then all morning, like I have a black coffee when I wake up, and then for lunch I have lately we've been eating these low carb tortillas, and for me those are really helpful because they make you feel like you're not on really a low carbohydrate diet.
There's substitute breads and stuff like that where that you eat it and you feel like you're not on a diet. Like you can eat dinner with your family if they're having like chili and cornbread or something. You can make like a low carb version of cornbread.
Exactly.
You don't feel like so left out or weird on a diet.
And that's the way that this is really, it's like nice for me. So like say I am eating a low carb tortilla and like I have ground beef and cheese and sour cream and salsa and tomatoes and onion.
You can have all the normal
you can have all
things
it's a taco. And for me, you can have all that in a bowl with salad. You can put ranch dressing on the top, or you can put no dressing and just have salsa and sour cream, or you can have, if you want to like go away from all the dairy and stuff, like I love to have a Caesar salad with like a hunk of salmon on the top. Like I love that. I think it's so yummy. It makes you feel really good after you're done eating it, and it's just easy, and you can like pepper the salmon and put all your awesome spices on it. Or I like to have a little hunk of steak or something with green beans in a salad, or with asparagus, or you can have Brussels sprouts and cook them with a little bit of bacon.
And so
it's simple.
All these things you might like in order to get your fats in. The steak you would cook like in avocado oil, or you might have like your steak with a side of avocado mashed up,
or put a pat of butter on the top of it, like herbs butter or something.
Herb butter, or you can have like, let's say you make a burger like patty and then you just put cheese on it, or you can even cook it in butter rather than just cooking it on the grill. I mean, there's
endless ways you can do it, and it's delicious. All the stuff we just said, the only thing missing from it is the bread, and you don't miss it.
And you don't miss it because it still tastes good.
That's the thing, is that you hear all of this and you're like, okay, burgers, unhealthy. The difference is when you're not eating carbs alongside of it, your body treats it completely differently. Now, if we're eating burgers with buns with cheese and butter all over it, it's totally different than when you just eat it without the carbohydrates. Your body processes it completely differently. The way your liver converts, it's all scientific. And again, that's why I'm not going to get into it because I sound dumb. It's science, baby.
It's all science.
It's all science, baby. I believe in this diet. I believe that it has helped me.
We've seen results.
I've seen massive results. I feel
physical, mental.
We're going to talk about all of this.
Spiritual.
I don't even use MyFitnessPal and stuff anymore. I use that in the beginning to really help myself to determine what things were high carb and look at their values and their nutritional facts and things like that, and look at my macros. And now I've done this long enough now that I know what fruits have what carb count. I know what I can eat, and I know what still keeps me in keto. So that's what's lovely about this too, is that when I started doing this, I felt like I was logging a lot of stuff, and I don't like doing that. I don't like being obsessive about my food. It pisses me off. It makes me annoyed. I don't want to have to log every bite I eat into a damn calculator.
Oh, I only have 110 calories left for the day.
In the beginning, it helped me a lot. I needed it because I would always eat more carbs than I thought. And now I just eat what foods I know I can eat, and I know my carb count is low. And then you can also test your urine with these things called keto sticks if you're interested. They are not the most accurate representation, but you can get them at the pharmacy or whatever at your store, and you just pee on a little stick. It's like a pH test, you know? It shows you based on the color of your urine on the stick if you're in ketosis or not. And I always am. Like roasted salted nuts, I just think they're so yummy, and they're like, they're
good. They're high in fat, and they are lightly salted, and they're really good for like a keto diet.
Or I'll like grab an avocado and just eat half an avocado, or I'll eat a lot of tacos with those low carb tortillas, which we'll mention. I think they're Mission Carb Balance, and they say the carb count on the front, and it's really nice because you just know, like, okay, I eat one tortilla, that's 6 net carbs. Again, if you're ever feeling like, oh my god, I just kind of want bread, you just eat one of those, and that feeling completely goes away, like 100%.
We don't always eat the same things. I just ate like a fajitas mix, like with bell peppers and steak, and I ate some of the meatballs that she ate. And like I didn't have any tortillas or anything. I just ate the bell peppers, onions, and steak. I had a salad. I had like a chef salad, ham, turkey, egg, and ranch on top. And that's it. That's all I ate for the day, other than coffee. And I think I had an energy drink, and I drink.
That's his vice.
Yeah, that's something like a lot of people are like, I can't give this up. I mean, you might find alternatives, but like
sugar-free energy drink is still his thing.
I just went sugar-free with my energy drinks, and I know like it still does like spike your insulin with some of them, and it's not very healthy. I know that.
I don't do any of that. I don't like sugar-free. I love the taste of sugar-free stuff. But
I like it better than sugar.
Me too, drinks. But I try not to do it because I'm not doing this just to lose weight. I'm doing it to be healthy. And that shit is so bad. Like, it's just a cancer in a bottle. I'm not about it. It's not hard. It's really not hard at all. And especially once you give it a shot, you go a few days in, you stop craving all the shit you feel like right now you can't give up. Because I swear to God, you can. You just think you can't, and I didn't think I could either, which is why it took me so long to do this. But my skin has improved. So much about my life has improved.
And there's no reason that you need to really give up anything. There's like keto versions of pretty much any kind of food. I've been doing a 5x5 strong lifts program, which we'll also link below. There's gonna be a lot of links below.
Oh, and I will really, really organize it so you guys aren't gonna be overwhelmed in the description of this video. I'll make sure it looks really organized and good.
So we bought a squat rack, and I've been using that for the strong lifts 5x5 program. And mainly it's just, it's squat heavy. So like you're squatting every time you lift, you start with squats. You're doing like the 5 key workouts: deadlifts, overhead press, bench press, and squat, and you're doing bent over rows.
It's not easy, that's not what I'm gonna say, but it's not a ton of exercises. So with each day that you do, you only work out 3 days a week. There's 3 exercises, and you do 5 sets of 5 reps of each of the exercises, and you go up in weight each time. And I did about a month of it. I injured my leg, and then I never went back. I just quit. And then he did about 2 months of it, injured his arm.
And then I injured my arm. Yeah, I had improper form.
Same. So one of the main reasons that I did this diet and I wanted to change my lifestyle was because I started getting this weird numbness in my fingertips. It freaked me the fuck out. So I went to the doctor and I got my blood work done because she didn't know what was going on with me. So on May 4th, I went to the doctor because I had some numbness in my fingers when I woke up in the morning, and I was really just honestly having a lot of health issues. I was feeling like shit. My stomach was hurting so bad when I would wake up in the morning, or I would get done eating and I would like have to lay on the floor. You know, I was like in so much pain.
Pretty constant.
Really sick all the time. And I was like, why? Okay, well, we know why. But anyway, I went to the doctor. She weighed me. I was 199 pounds then. And I got my blood work tested, and she was mainly concerned about prediabetes. I got my A1C tested, and at that moment, it was 5.4. And the range goes from 4 to 5.6. 5.6 being close to the edge of prediabetes. And so she told me I was on the high end of normal, but still she was concerned about prediabetes. And so she told me to go on a low carb diet, and I have massive health issues. So I have a brain condition and PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a insulin resistance. So having this lifestyle has changed that dramatically. And so
insulin resistance is a huge cause of weight gain. It's like almost impossible to lose weight when you have insulin resistance and you're eating a carb heavy diet. It just causes your insulin to keep spiking.
You can't lose weight.
And spiking, and your body just wants to hold on to that fat.
It was a wake up call because she was like, she didn't say you need to lose weight. She's a really nice doctor.
She's really nice. She's not like
She's not like that, but she basically was like, it wouldn't hurt you to go on a lower carbohydrate, low simple sugars diet. Like just eat, vegetables, meats, and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So she told me to do it, went home and did a bunch of research, and I started it a little while after that on June 1st. I have lost then about 40 pounds since then. And so my A1C values on the 4th of May were 5.4. And then I got my blood work redone on August 15th, and my A1C values had gone down to 4.8. So I am on the medium to low end of normal now, which is fantastic. My doctor physically told me that, number one, she was very proud of me, and I was really excited about that. And she was also super excited because she was asking me about my menstrual cycles and things like that, which I don't want to go too much into. They're normal now, and they never were. I always had maybe a few a year, and now I'm getting them every 28 days. She believes that I have reversed my PCOS with this lifestyle, and when she told me that, I was like blown away because she said my insulin and everything levels are normal and that I no longer have issues with my cycle. My doctor believes, based on my blood work results, that I no longer have PCOS, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. And
that's crazy.
It shows you what this can do. I mean, and mood-wise, it's crazy because we've both experienced this.
Yeah, more energy, more of a sex drive. Especially when I was intermittent fasting. I know it's probably like TMI. Yeah, like you wake up in the morning and you're just like, whew, you're on it. And her sex drive has increased like
it was
an
really,
insane
really,
amount.
really,
like,
really, really low before.
What is this? A sex drive of an ant? A sex drive for ants?
And now it's fine. I mean,
at least 3 times the size.
Our relationship, which this has been the biggest and most amazing part for me, and this, I don't know what it's caused by, but I just do believe when our hormones regulated in our bodies due to doing this lifestyle, our relationship has gotten, I'm not even kidding, like, a million times better.
That's not even debatable. Like we fight like hardly ever.
Never. And it's if we do, it's like a tiny little bicker and then we're like, sorry.
Well, we bicker when we're tired.
And he was really tired all the time, like to the point where we went to the doctor, like he was so tired. I thought he had mono, or I thought he was like sick or something. And he even had high blood pressure. It was like 160 over 105. He would get off work and he would be like, okay, good night. And he would just lay down on the couch and sleep all day long. It was so...
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was bad. It got to the point where I was like, wake up. When we started doing keto, like our relationship got exponentially better. It's actually insane. I love you so much. And like we're just, I feel better and therefore I treat you better, and then you treat me better and you feel better, and then we just are all around kind to one another.
It's subconscious.
It's just been really good overall. Like our moods, everything is just better. So I have nothing negative to say about this at all. I don't feel sick anymore. I don't get the stomach pains anymore. My blood work is better. I'm reversing a lot of my diseases. I feel better. I get less headaches this way times a million. I get way less cluster headaches.
Yeah.
I don't get regular headaches anymore where I need to take Tylenol. I just feel better. Our grocery bill has cut by like 800 million%. It's crazy how much less money we spend on food now. And I hope you guys like this video. I hope it was somewhat helpful for you. I'm going to show, obviously before and afters and things like that. We didn't take good befores because we really thought we weren't going to stick to it, but what we do have I will put in here, and if I think of anything else I need to say, I will type it in the description of this video. That place is going to be full of resources and information. If you have questions, please ask them. I'm happy to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will try to direct you to a helpful source. I know it's a lot of information. This is probably really long and not so straight to the point what you guys are wanting, like this is what I did, this is exactly what I ate, but it's not so cut and dry. There's more to it.
It's no easy fix. There's no easy way to do anything real. There's no shortcut.
There's no shortcut. You just eat what you're supposed to eat. You eat the amount and the macros you're supposed to eat. You exercise if you can, and drink a lot of water, and when they say just don't eat sugar.
Yeah.
That's it. Just don't eat it. One of the films that really was amazing is called Sugar: The Bitter Truth, and we're going to link that down below. That was awesome. It really helps you hear like scientific studies behind it from an actual scientist who has done the research and who has sources, and he's not just spouting BS at you. He's giving you true information with slides, and you can see the facts.
Yeah.
There's also one called That Sugar Film, which he fell asleep during, but I actually really like it. The thing is it's really informative on how sugar actually affects your body, and not by like eating tablespoons of it, but like hidden in foods you didn't even know had sugar in them.
Yeah.
And just how much we consume without realizing how much we actually eat.
And how bad it is for
and
you.
how much harm it can do to your body, and how much misinformation is actually out there from our damn government. Government totally sucks, you motherfucker. Government totally sucks.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of Joe Rogan's podcasts where he has, like, Dr. Rhonda Patrick has a lot of information on keto and intermittent fasting, and she talks about like the science behind all of it and how it's good for your brain.
He actually on Joe Rogan had Gary Taubes.
Yeah, Taubes. Yeah, he had Gary Taube on there as well, and
which is the guy from the audiobook we mentioned before, and the podcast is literally about this book, so very interesting, and you can hear it from his actual verbiage and his perspective, and talking about the studies that they looked into and how the book was written, and it's interesting. Well, I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you guys got the information that you need with not feeling too confused. I know it's hard and there's a lot of information out there, but I'm gonna link everything very clean in the description down below so you don't fear where to start. I'll kind of start you at the top on where you should kind of start, and then go from there and do your research, and I'll list, different recipes and things like that down there that can be helpful. And if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask them in the comments of this video.
We will be patrolling the comments and responding to them.
If you guys do want to follow us on social media, we're both separate, but I am RawBeautyKristi on Instagram. He's on Hollow360. I will have everything linked in the description of this video, and you guys can follow if we post any weight lossy stuff. Now that I have posted this video, I will be definitely doing more weight lossy stuff on Instagram. I've just been holding off because I wanted to get this video up before I talk too much about it on other social platforms. So there will be more like before and after stuff, or like more body shots, or like, and so if you guys want to stay updated on there, that's where to do it. You guys can also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not yet. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and also Halloween is coming up. New videos starting on October 1st, going all the way to the end. Video every other day. I don't know what all this was.
Pretty cute.
Give this video a thumbs up if you guys like it. It really helps me out a lot, and it lets you.
And if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, because you will anyway. If you don't like it, you will.
Don't do that. Only a thumbs up. Emma! I love you.
People think that's funny.
If you guys do like this video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Let us know so we can change things.
No. Okay, fine. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video.
See you on another time.
Bye.
Okay. Is my hair okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Do I have like weird PC bang?
No.
No? Did that go better than before?
Yeah. how we lost nearly 40 pounds.
Each.
You
lost more. Okay, that's hurtful.
Over 80 pounds combined. How we lost over 80 pounds combined.
Oh,
whoa.
that's like a person. Hang on, I want to make sure.
How we lost like a person.
Like a person.
And I started listening to. Is that Singing
It?
Girl? Sorry. Was that Singing Girl that just walked through her?
Was that Singing Girl?
I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay, that's that. And a bag of chips. Okay, so. And a bag of kale.
And a bag of dicks.
So,
So.
real quick.
What? Real quick, what?
Okay, no, let's do it. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like this is already going better. Or do I have that?
Mm-hmm.
This whole video.
I don't know. I'm just telling you now. It's not. Yeah, you stop it.
And it's changed my life.
What are these idiots doing?
She's got a rock in her shoe.
Just staring right at us.
Can you fucking keep walking, Cindy?
She's a singer. She gotta be.
Is she still standing out there?
Yeah.
Is she looking at us still? It's not science. Oh, it is science.
It's not science. Doing this diet, like I don't know why you would. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I've trailed off. Stick to your grocery list, and I don't know what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy when you start looking into it, and it got us interested, not just in the diet, but in the diet. No, not just in the diet.
What?
I don't know. I trailed off.
Yep.
I keep trailing off.